My father took me and my two brothers, ages 10 and 11, fishing in the Rio Gaiba in Porto Alegre, Brazil, when I was 8 years old. It was a hot and sunny day. When we arrived, my father was setting up tent when we asked if we may take a little walk up the river. He initially replied no, but after some pleading, he agreed, but warned us not to go into the water. He said it several times. We began walking near the lake till we came to a shrub that was half on land and half on water. I can't remember who thought of going in the water and grasping the bush to get to the other side. My 10-year-old brother Marco was the first to go. He took a few steps, and for some reason, he lost his footing. He succumbed. Carlin, my older brother, then tried to save him and drowned. I'm not sure why, but I pursued them. We had no idea how to swim. I began to panic. I was quite terrified. I recall attempting to breathe but failing. There was no more oxygen, therefore water started entering instead. I recall feverishly moving my arms and legs in an attempt to save my life. I recall my body collapsing underwater. I'm not sure what was striking me, but it hurt. The river was flowing quickly from west to east toward the ocean that day. I'm not sure how much time had passed, but I couldn't move any longer. I recall floating beneath water and eventually hitting the bottom. I couldn't see anything since the water was brown. "Please, God, help me," I yelled as I realized I was dying. My mother used to drive me to church. I'm not sure how, but I knew God was the only one who could assist me. That's when I realized my life was coming to an end. Then I heard the most soothing voice tell me to relax and that everything would be fine. Then I felt arms wrap around me. I knew it was a male because he was so nice and caring. I was overjoyed and perplexed at the same time. We were suspended in mid-air. I then realized I wasn't dead. At least, not yet. I could tell we were climbing quickly. My sufferings were gone, and I could finally breathe again. My body was no longer substantial, although I could look right through it. I could feel it. Then I noticed that we were moving slowly towards this light. When we came close to the light, it completely swallowed me. It was brighter than the sun, but it didn't bother my eyes. The angel that had been with me said, "Bye," and then faded away. For a little period, I floated there, wondering, what's going on? I felt connected to everything, and I felt connected to everything. It's difficult to describe. Then I realized I wasn't alone. I could see the shape of a man approaching. When he came close enough, I felt the most wonderful sentiments of love and belonging. There are no words to describe these feelings in my human mind. Consider yourself on an airliner when it bombs up. Then you wake up. It was all a dream. Comparable to that, I was relieved I wasn't really dead, but where am I? That location seemed more real than this one. This angel, as I call them, approached my right side and talked to me, but his lips did not move. He was speaking directly to my mind. Through my mind, existence, and soul, I could hear him. He informed me that he was there to answer my questions, and boy did I have questions. But first, he began to show me my life as if it were a movie. Hard to explain. My life was regressing. How horrible can this be? I'm only 8 years old, I recall thinking. The first image I saw was of something I did wrong. I used a key to crash a car. I could feel the pain that my actions had inflicted. Oh no, I recall thinking. I'm in big trouble. Don't worry. These are merely teachings, my angel astonished me. Oh crap, he can read my mind too? I thought. He heard me and gave me this great lovely smile. This movie was depicting my entire existence. Second by second, everything I saw had an effect on me. Everything I did had its own personality. For example, I felt the owner of the car's emotions and thoughts, and later he informed his wife about it. I could feel his suffering as well, and on and on. This is not a good sensation. He didn't simply show me the awful things I'd done. He also showed me the things I did out of love. He showed me the moment I took a homeless boy with whom I had become friends. I brought him home with me. We took showers together, ate together, and I even gave him some of my clothes. I could feel how delighted I had made my angel. He reminded me that those are the things that truly count, that they're the things that will make a positive change in the world. As my life regressed, I saw myself as a baby inside my mother, then as a molecule of life, extremely small but alive. I want to cry now when I watch ladies having abortions. They don't realize that God chose to give them this child for a reason. I'm not sure how I know that, but I do. The movie then came to a halt, and he stated 2 words that answered all I wanted to know. As in a bundle deal. All of my inquiries were answered in an instant. Then I began to miss my previous existence. I began to think of my mother, and I could sense her anguish when she learned that all of her sons had died. Because it wasn't my time, I knew my angel was showing me this. My mission was not completed. What is the mission? I'm still not sure. I have no idea how long all of this took. I had lost track of time. However, if I tried, it would take me years to show and tell everything. Anyway, I was missing my life and wished to return. I remembered playing soccer with a friend, being hugged by my mother, the sun, the rain, and other joyful memories. I also knew my angel did this for a reason, because any rational person would refuse to return. For the first time, I realized how lovely and delicate the earth truly is. I could feel the land breathing as if it were alive. A light surrounded everything that was alive, including trees, flowers, grass, animals, volcanoes, and humans. I had the impression that people had dominion over other living things. Since then, the word aura has been imprinted in my memory. I'm not sure why, but the angel told me not to tell anyone and that time would tell. What? I asked. But suddenly, I felt a jolt in my soul, like if I were back in my body. I was being hugged by another angel the next thing I knew. He was yanking me from the sea. That's when I understood I was human again. Oh my God, what a sensation. I wish I could make everyone feel like that. Then I felt like I was inebriated. I could breathe again after seeing this gorgeous blue sky for the first time. Where are my brothers? I wondered. When I looked to my right, there they were, walking out of the water alongside me. Oh my goodness. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm crying just thinking about it. Our God and Father are wonderful to us. Then I noticed people racing towards us. Some crying, some happy and hugging. They were as thrilled as I was. Why? The cop was then conversing on his radio. I found them. I found the kids, he exclaimed. He directed the others to proceed upriver. The other officers were searching for us downriver, where they believed we were. They arrived after a few minutes and said, "This can't be them." They couldn't stay underwater for 22 minutes and talk about it. The medical personnel present agreed with them, and they all returned down the river. I tried to tell you what occurred, but I couldn't. My lips was moving, but no sound was coming out of it. "Please give me my voice back," I murmured, looking up at the sky. "I'm not going to tell anyone." I regained my voice. I stutter a little today, but it doesn't bother me. They could still be looking for us, for all I know. I'm not sure which is better, being back here or knowing that we shall never die. Today, I strive to do everything with love and take things as they come. But that can be difficult at times because we live in an unpredictable world. People are unaware of God's true identity. They make it difficult for me to love them as I should, but I forgive and love them on the inside, even if I don't always express it. God understands what I'm talking about. My brothers and I never discussed it until Christmas of 2007, 38 years later. I asked Marco whether he had any memories. He told me that an angel had asked him not to discuss it. After a week, I asked Carlin what had happened. He said that we had died and that we'd been saved by an angel. He claimed to have seen the film as well. I'm not sure why, but we never got too far into this discussion. I believe we were afraid that anything will happen because we've been asked not to. You know why you haven't heard from me. As I grow older, I feel compelled to tell the world that God and heaven exist. When discussing something, I must be extremely cautious. I don't feel like I'm the one writing this, but rather my soul. I hope that one day, the human race, God's sons and daughters, will live on earth with love and tranquility that I've felt, and realize that we are one.